All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord Topher elect. This is Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So it's very vital for us to understand what we're part of, man, and that we will be, quote unquote, tempted. With going back into the world once we put our hand to this plow or open our ears to listen to the truth being spoken into us, man. All right, once we come into this thing, we have to prepare, understand what we're part of, understand there's going to be downs as well as ups in this truth, man. It's not always going to be good, and the Lord at diverse times will send certain spirits to test us. He will send a lying spirit amongst people, man, etc. A whole plethora of things. So it isn't all fun and games, man. We were taught that, serving the Lord was all sunshine and rainbows, man. But come to find out, the Lord is perfectly balanced, man. He also blesses us with substance and things, but he also punishes us for our transgressions, man. All right, it says, verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. So this is an endurance race, man. Day by day by day, second by second, hour by hour, week by week, we're having to endure. We're having to keep our integrity. We're having to constantly call upon Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashai and make no haste in time of trouble. Now we're intelligent enough, wise enough through the Spirit to understand that this is a time of trouble. Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they don't realize that just yet. So therefore, they're coming in the same I do what I want to do spirit, man. Why that hopeful elect is cleaving unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashah, the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy end. And we're looking for that increase through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashah to make us something better, to make us something greater than what we see in front of that mirror, or what the world sees in front of their face, i.e. going back to faith, the substance of things hoped for or not seen, paraphrasing. All right, so we can't see what we're going to become, but we have faith to believe on the words of the Lord. The Lord said we will receive new bodies, we will receive dominion, power, all these things. So this is what we cleave onto, man, in hopes that at the end of this thing, of our captivity, the Lord will remember our righteous or our attempt at righteousness and have pity and mercy upon us, man. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Right, first and foremost, knowing that you're in captivity. All right, there's an acknowledgement or accountability involved there, man. You have to acknowledge and be accountable for your transgressions as well as the transgressions of your brothers and sisters, man. All right, know how we got into this position. All right, but definitely coming the persecution, the ultimate whatever's brought upon us, man. These people getting ready to bring up our mistakes. First and foremost, that's why it's vital to make less mistakes and have the ministry blameless. But also they're going to make up all manners of lies against the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shah. We got to remember what we're a part of. Remember that temptation is coming. Hey, two bow down, take that MOTB, two bow down to this 666 beast system, man. All right. We have to take it cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Brothers talk about it all the time. Maybe homeless, maybe without your so-called family, maybe put into a prison or camp, maybe on the run in the woods or what have you throughout the cities. All right, we have to remember that. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and we want to be likened unto fine gold or refined gold, man, through the fire of adversity. And it says, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. So that's what this is all about, overcoming that adversity, enduring until the end, fighting every day, man. Lord willing, brothers is balanced and they don't burn themselves out or underperform, man. We want to be balanced and just do things with a sincere spirit. And the Lord, man, hey man, the Lord be pleased with that, man. Just being about this business, kind of tunnel vision, minding your own business, and the Lord will protect you. He will always have that hedge of protection around you. And Lord know that we need it. As soon as we go out the door, we're dealing with spirits on people. We're dealing with poison in the air. We're dealing with tainted water and tainted food. So before we even set our foot to the ground to start our day, we're already in a weaker position because of the lack of adequate nutrition. All right, that is Babylon the Great's food system, man, or food industry, or what have you, which is why we have to get out of here. Okay, let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians 1 and 2 Corinthians 1:5. For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach. All right, and we want that consolation, that good prize, or that good reward, man. And we went into some aspects of that, the new bodies, and we don't know what they look like or know what they're gonna do. We just know, there's celestial bodies, there's terrestrial, the one that the Lord promised us, kind of like a hybrid, be able to do both. We do know these things. The rest of it is pretty much a mystery, but we do know that there's a reward, a consolation for suffering with Yahweh Shah. In verse 6, and whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation. See, the scriptures speak about if you're not chastened by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, then you're likened unto a bastard, and that word bastard goes into illegitimate child, man. All right, which consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring, there's that word enduring again, of the same sufferings which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation. Remember, ups and downs, man, good and bad, blessings and take away blessings in this thing of ours, man. So whether you're getting, good treatment, or whether you're getting so-called bad treatment, if you're part of the Lord's hopeful elect, he's going to deal with you like a child. He's going to deal with you like a son or a daughter. All right, he's going to chasten you. All right, the scriptures say that the Lord chastens those who he loves, man. So there's just going to be a bound that you can't cross, that you maybe want to cross, or you feel like you deserve this, or, man, you got to trust in the Lord, man. To myself first and foremost, man, it'd be things brothers be asking for, and it just hasn't come to pass yet, man. You just have to trust in the Lord. It's easier said than done, because it can make you weary waiting on those prayers, man. But there lies the trust, man. Trust in the power that he knows what he doing, that we're one of his sons, that he got us, man. It look ugly, and you know what I mean. Ask your Howard shot, man. All right, it look ugly. Ask your brothers, man. Well, if you could ask these brothers these things, man. How was it, when you was going through but we gotta have faith and listen to what it say. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. So everything that our brothers went through, it was for us to learn it, understand it, and utilize it ourselves, man. And we're getting ready to see the full manifestation thereof, man. All right. And go to the book of 1 Corinthians 13:10. Or 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child, man. So this is first and foremost, this truth is for the men, not the children. All right, even though those young men, children, turn into men, but the actual teaching and the execution of the things written in this Bible, it was written to the men of the nation of Israel first and foremost. All right. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, idols, right? That's childish, that's effeminate type shit right there. That's unintelligent, unwise behavior right there, man. We're wise enough to know that the Lord exists first and foremost, and to be able, sincere, humble enough to call upon his name, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, man. All right. If you don't, you're coming in another spirit that is not becoming of a man. That's like a child to continue to call upon idols, a child or a woman to get up there and call herself a prophetess and have no idea what these scriptures is talking about, man. All right. So that's the whole point, putting away these childish things, man, putting off that old man. And that's all it really is, man. All right, we're above all these things, to be honest, man. We just became friends with the world, but the Lord via that remnant is calling them out of this mess, man, out of this filthiness, out of this sickness, this mediocre lifestyle, man. So we got to put away those things. We can't think like a child thinks, man. And you're going to see just, how unbeneficial being a child or a woman or having the mindset thereof is going to be during Jacob's trouble, man. It's only going to be wise men out here able to navigate. Even Eve's wisdom is going to come to naught. Why? Because it's worldly. Everything that she's doing, setting her heart to do, her mind to do, has nothing to do with salvation, has nothing to do with getting a righteous man of Yahweh Shema Shai. Sure, go to the gym 1,000 times. What the Lord say about exercise and how much it profit? A little. So if you're not exercising, my sister, to try to get a man of the Lord to look good or stay healthy, to be a servant unto a man, that shit in vain, bro. What you doing for the nation? Absolutely nothing. It's all for your own vain glory. Everything that everybody's doing other than serving Yahweh Shema Shai is for their own vain glory, their own legacy, which is going to come to naught anyway. You're not going to have a legacy. Your family's not going to have a legacy. All we're going to know for eternity is that you were a buster on this side, that you were a clown, that you went against Yahweh Shema Shai and the nation of Israel or the remnant thereof, man. All right. And then we'll leave it off at this in the book of Matthew. Matthew 5, and we'll start at 3. Blessed. All right. Check out this list of the individuals that are blessed. All right. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So we're not in the spirit of mirth and folly. All right, we're in the spirit of coming in that house of mourning. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. So again, not being in that, and again, the Lord deals with balance. We're not saying brothers be extremely depressed on a daily freaking basis, but one thing we're not is thinking that this is some type of party and that it is time to party and play. Ecclesiastes, chapter 3? It's a time and purpose to everything under the sun, man. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, not wickedness, man. We hunger and thirst for this truth, righteousness, man, and the desire to see wickedness removed from amongst our people. They shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful. So you got to show mercy when it's warranted. Every situation doesn't, you know what I mean? You may have to put a curse and let the Lord do what he do, man. All right, but there's going to come plenty of times where you're going to be given the opportunity to show mercy, all right, to show tact. All right, you have to be able to execute that, or else the Lord will look down upon you and say, you know what, this servant wasn't merciful. He's not ready to lead yet, and you'll be in the same position, man. All right, so if we want mercy from Yahweh Shema Shai, and we do need that, all right, because of our transgressions, our shortcomings, we have to show mercy when it is warranted, man. All right, for they shall obtain mercy. There it is, man. So if we show mercy during the right times, because, hey, man, there's going to be times, where we're not going to show mercy, where we're going to execute the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, but then there's other times where we got to take the low. Understand, especially as it relates to our brothers and sisters, man. Understand that they're on their process, whether it's the process of the hopeful elect or the process of the wicked, man. They're on their process, and we got to know how we came up. We didn't know everything. So, I mean, especially dealing with women and things like that, or your children, got to show mercy, especially your brothers, you know what I mean? The Akim, but that goes without saying. Said it anyway, though. All right, and it says, verse 8, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh. Shema Shai, man. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness, not judged, all right, for being wicked, but persecuted for righteousness. And we do know that persecution of the saints is coming, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and that's coming, man. All right. And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. And we see that starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and the men that they learned from, okay? These men saying all these manners of evil against us. Wait till, we see the full strength of the persecution, man. All right? Verse 12, rejoice. So rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. That goes back to that consolation, that prize, man, in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Remember, things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. Yahushua suffered, did his men suffer, and guess what? We're going to suffer too. The Lord is balanced, but we have to know what we're a part of and just continue to call upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Eventually, the Lord not a man and he shall lie. Eventually, this shit got to come to an end. You know what I mean? Eventually, this part of the story has to come to the end because it was written. So no matter what, fellas, this thing has to come to an end. Time will catch up with prophecy. You know what I mean? So all we got to do is just stay out the way, man. That's the biggest thing, man. Just stay out of the way. We're all getting older. We're aging fast, and every day we're just tired of this crap, man. So most of Akim just out the way anyway, man. We're in our own little world, our own little church, man, doing our own little thing, man. Lord willing, it'll manifest into greatness. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.